Okay, we are live on Facebook.
Okay.
Sorry, on YouTube.
Okay, great. Thank you, Josephine. As Josephine says, we do have a quorum, and our owner is here, Yikli Linda Wang. Is your attorney present, Martin Lee? Hello.
Yes.
Your attorney is Martin Lee is present?
No, just me.
Okay, I'm just marking it down for the report. I'm just checking this off. Thank you. Okay, so here we have a new application for wine, beer, and cider for Sushi. Is there Jiro?
Yes, Jiro
Inc., located at 7803 3rd Avenue.
I think it's 7308. Did you say that, Barbara?
Sorry, 7803.
Oh, I had 7308.
I'm referring this back to the owner as it's 7803, isn't it?
7308.
I think I'm getting, is there a numeric dyslexia? This is not the first time I've mixed those numbers up like that.
Okay. That's okay.
So for the record, it is 7308 3rd Avenue. Okay. One of the things that I've noticed is that there is no certificate of occupancy. Have you applied for that yet?
We're getting letter of no objection.
Okay.
Okay, so I did know that there is a letter of no objection that should be, I guess, it's typically updated. There was one on file. Buildings got back to me today on June 14, 2012. So that should be updated.
Should be updated?
Yeah, you could apply for an updated letter of no objection.
We cannot use this one from 2012.
It's 10 years old. Sometimes the building, you have to check with the buildings department. You should check with them.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm just putting this into my notes while we're doing that. One moment, please.
Yeah, it should not be a problem, but it is.
I asked somebody I called the DOB, said, oh, I want to apply for a new letter of objection. They said, no, you already have one. You don't need that. You don't need to, yeah. As long as it's still a restaurant, so you don't need to change.
All right, so you have that? It's on file?
Yes,
Yes.
it is.
Okay. All right. And that's for, of course, 74 persons.
Yes.
All right, of course. I'm just writing this down because this was missing. Okay. All right, so the questionnaire was complete. There was a menu. The premise photos were provided. There will only be background recorded music on the inside of the establishment. There will be no DJ or live music. There will not be any outdoor use. There will not be any promoters, private parties, or security. In the application, you stated that you had worked in another restaurant. Can you just describe your work there? Where was it?
It was at Midtown. It was Manhattan, near Penn Station, between 8th and 9th Avenue. And it's a similar restaurant, but with a full bar.
With the full bar. And
Yeah.
what was the name of that establishment?
Alpha Fusion.
Say it again.
It's Alpha Fusion.
Okay. And what was your role there?
Cashier.
Cashier. Okay. So as working as a cashier, one of the things that we're very concerned about is, your experience in now being in charge of a full business establishment. So tell us about what you know about running a restaurant.
Oh, I start as a cashier, and then I learned the kitchen and the sushi. So I kind of can take care of everything.
Okay.
Except the service, but I'm going to hire a waitress.
Right. Will you be working in the kitchen or not?
I'll be working in the kitchen, yes.
Okay. And service. So let me ask you, this is the thing that, why we're really here is, what do you know about some of the basics of serving alcohol with the State Liquor Authority and some of the basic requirements?
Base requirements to serve alcohol. Do you mean like Department of Health, like a food handler stuff?
No, you'll have to get that, but that's part of it. But Okay, I want to come to your restaurant until you get your liquor license. So I could bring in a bottle of wine?
Yes.
No,
Before we get the license, they can bring their own bottle, right?
absolutely not.
Mm.
Not in New York State.
Okay, got it.
Absolutely not. See, these are, I'm not asking you for real tough technicalities. That's like just something that people try to get away with until they get into big trouble.
All right.
So you cannot, besides, also, what else can't you do? My nephew comes in, he's 16 and a half. He wants a
Oh.
beer. Good?
Oh, no, cannot sell to people under 21.
Okay. All right. You see that, it wasn't a trick question saying, can I bring my own liquor in? That's something that's extremely serious. And then that's why, I'm asking you that because you said that you worked as a cashier. You really have to go online to the New York State Liquor Authority,
Yeah.
SLA, New York, NY, SLA. And you really, really have to just read through some of the bids. It is a handbook. Okay. So in order to convince us that you really are prepared to take care of our residents, because although we love thriving businesses, we first and foremost represent our residents. Okay. So absolutely no BYOB. And if they did that in Manhattan,
Illegal.
New Jersey, yes, but not in New York. Okay. I open this up to the committee. Any questions you have for, may I call you Yick?
Yes.
Perfect. Anybody have any questions? No one? Sandy, any discussion? Anybody, any discussion?
In the restaurant, does you plan to have any kind of music or anything, or just background?
Background music.
Just background. You're not gonna rent out to promoters or have loud live music or anything?
Well, will be very quiet, just a soft music.
Yeah, that was in the report. Yep.
Do we have any open spaces, Barbara?
Have
We're not,
any open,
going to-
no,
Any backyard use? Any
no
podium
outdoor
doors
use,
in front? Anything like that? Okay.
no outdoor use. Anyone else?
I have one.
Yes,
Have a-
Chris.
Yeah, this location used to be a sushi restaurant before you took over, correct?
yes.
Yeah. Did they have a liquor license prior? You know?
They expire at COVID, during COVID, so they did not renew. And the owner, the Ichigo Sushi restaurant owner, sell it to me, and he will stay here to help me for 2 years.
Okay. So he's going to stay at the restaurant and help you manage it?
Yeah, employee
Okay. All right.
Are you there now?
at the restaurant.
Yeah.
No, I'm at home.
No, I mean, are you working in that restaurant now?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
It's not open yet. We open May 1st.
okay, so if I go in there, okay,
Yeah.
and I pass by tomorrow or next week or in a
Mm.
month, am I
Yeah.
going to see people drinking wine?
No, we open in May.
You did open in May, or you will be opening in May?
We'll be opening.
We'll be
Okay,
opening.
okay,
Yeah, it's nobody working there.
Okay, all right. Anyone else?
And also, Yick, you cannot begin serving until you receive the license.
Definitely.
Okay.
Right. All right. I have if there are no other questions, is there anything you'd like to say? Yick, anything you want to tell us about you or anything?
Not much. We'll say like there's already a lot of Japanese restaurant in the area, but I think it's like 10 restaurant, but I think our restaurant is going to be something different. Yeah, and more creative.
Okay.
Yeah, so that may be it.
Okay. All right. All right. To my committee, I have a series of stipulations that I have written up, and I've also, edited one and changed another. So I'm gonna, if there are no other questions or discussions, I'm going to read what I have for you, and You can modify them if you like, okay? So the premise will operate as a restaurant. The owner will become knowledgeable of the this state liquor authority regulations. There will be no sale or consumption of alcohol on the premises until appropriate authorization is issued by the state liquor authority. I had this in there. BYOB, bring your own booze, is not permitted in New York State. Letter of no objection is on file, and I'll put that into the body. I may take that out. No, I'm going to put that, leave that in there as a new letter of objection. The hours of operation will be Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, 12 p.m. to 9 p.m. Friday and Saturday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. The establishment will be closed on Mondays. There will only be background recorded music. The doors and windows are to remain closed when the music is playing, and the sound level will be monitored and remain below the level permitted by New York City Noise Code. There will be no music on the outside of the premises, and there will be no use of outdoor space. The licensee shall not use any promoter or have promoted events. There will be no smoking permitted. There will be no subletting. There will be at least a 20% visible view into the establishment at eye level. That means that you're not going to cover your windows so that when people pass by, or if there's an incident, that the police can't look in to make sure that you're safe. And that the applicant agrees that should it change its method of operation, it will give notice and meet with the community board at least 45 days in advance of any such change. So first I ask with the committee people, are those stipulations okay with you? Okay. All right. Yick, did you understand those stipulations?
Yes.
Okay, that's an agreement that you'll have. And you'll come in to sign with Josephine saying, I promise not to have liquor until I get my license. I promise I will review the guidelines. You just go on to New York State Liquor Authority, and there is a handbook you can get. When I started doing this, I just downloaded the handbook. It's not very long.
Mhm,
And you
mhm.
just read what you can and cannot do.
Yes,
Okay.
Sure.
Like you cannot be open 24 hours. You can't sell to minors, things like that. Okay. These are just basic things. So if you agree to these stipulations, will you agree to these stipulations?
Agree.
Agreed. Okay. So on the floor, the wording is we deny the application unless you agree. So you have agreed. So I have the committee to give me a second to the motion. I don't see, Sandy, you're muted. Is that you?
You have a second? Yep, Sandy second.
All right. So we
All
have.
right, I have the poll question up. Everybody
Let's
could
see it.
vote.
I need
Sorry,
to,
Barbara, I couldn't unmute myself because I had the poll thing up and it wouldn't let me unmute.
All right.
I
Good.
second.
We're good.
I saw you, Sandy. Jan.
We're good.
Oh, okay. All right, it's unanimous.
Okay. Thank you very much. We wish you well.
Good luck.
see
Good
you
luck.
guys later.
Now, when is the general meeting?
The general meeting is the Monday, the 18th. And you'll be notified of that,
Okay.
But this has to go to the full board now.
the full board, yes.
All right, everyone. Good luck to you.
Thank you. Thank you,
I'll see you
everyone.
soon. Take
Thank
care.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.
All right, everyone, have a good night.
Okay.
Good night.
Have a good
Bye.
night. That's
Bye.
it.
That's it, only one other